Lenana go le monate la GOV. Goroga o bolokegile o di tlisetswa ke Mpho wa Legodi on Monday to Friday. Go simolola ka ura bararo go fitlhela ga ya borataro. Mo garankwa 107 FM.
Probably tell us gore Lebogang Mahlangu ke mang o tswa kae.
Okay, hello to everybody listening. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Like you said, Lebogang Mahlangu, I am 26 and I'm from Soshanguve, Block T to be more specific. But you know what? I consider myself a Pitori
Sure.
in general.
Yes.
I am part of the Miss South Africa 2022 competition and I've made it to the top 10 and I'm really excited to share the journey with everyone in Pretoria. Yes.
How long have you been on this journey ya gago ya go ba Miss SA or in this pageant thing or modeling?
And the pageantry, sure, it's very interesting because if I tell you when I was younger, I was very sporty. I played soccer to be specific. So you can understand that the switch from soccer to pageantry wasn't something that was very natural. It was something that was linked to my purpose, as one would put it. When I was in my final year in university, not final year even, from first year, I realized that I was somebody who wanted to share everything that I learned with the people that come from where I come from. So I went to study in Stellenbosch University. Every time I get la high for recess, I had learned something new with Stellenbosch. And I was just like, guys, Ariating talent show. Let's do this. Like with every new skill that I learned, I wanted to apply it go Soshangu. And then fast forward, final year, and I remember I had like a really scary experience where somebody said, yo, you know that when you graduate, things are so bad in our country, there's a chance you might not have a job. You might have to live with your parents for a couple of months before you get a job. And for me, that was really scary. But I figured, okay, how do I raise enough money to start a business so that I'm not a burden to my parents? I can start a business that employs me, but also the many other young people that are looking for a job. And that's how I discovered pageantry. The very first competition I did was Miss Mamelodi Sundowns. They have a huge, well, for somebody who was in university, was broke, it was a huge cash prize. And I worked really hard for that competition and I actually won.
How was the experience, Yahoba, you know, and that field, Miss Mamelodi Sundowns as well?
It was great. Because one thing is that pageant girls are very purpose-driven people. So you always learn a lot from them. And the preparation you do to get to the competition, it really is. It's a refining process. You're always better at the end of every competition. So highly recommend pageantry.
Okay, so let's talk about this bakery. There's a bakery.
Go Sosha.
Yes, tell us about that.
So like I said, I did really well in the competition and I raised enough money to start a bakery. And I chose to start a bakery because Kitlago Soshanguve and Edi Patlo. And I was like, I'm like, I'm not gonna need to market this business. The bread is gonna sell itself. And I have a BSc in food sciences, so I was like, you know what, if anybody's gonna figure this out, it's me. And I started a bakery, but the fortunate/unfortunate thing, it depends on how you choose to look at it. I actually got a job before I graduated.
Okay.
But I decided, you know what, because you did this for purpose and the purpose was a bakery to employ not only yourself but others. I continued and I built the bakery although I had a 9-to-5.
All right. So how is it going with
it's
the bakery?
Not going as great as it would if I was working on it full time, but it still exists. It's still there and it's helping, you know, where it can. But I really was hoping. I had bigger dreams for it and bigger aspirations, but it's there.
Okay, so obviously in modeling cause in this industry pageants there are, you know, we have introduced different, you know, body sizes and complexions, skin tones and but with yours I can take it that there's probably a fitness element or a fitness gene, you know. Take us through that.
It comes from being an athletic child. I played provincial level soccer when I was in primary school. So the whole fitness vibe thing is a big part of my life. It's what I know, it's what I do, it's what I do to relax. I know most people don't get it, but like when I need to relax, I need to go to the gym, I need to go run, I need to get some adrenaline pumping in my body. So for me, as a sign, hore Lebogang is fine, she's healthy, she's happy, I need to be at my fittest level. It was never because I want to be Miss South Africa. It's just great that I have this as a part of my life naturally, that it helps with the competition.
All right. So, Lebogang, obviously, the journey is not easy.
The journey is not easy at all.
And what has been your inspiration or motivation over the years?
My pride about where I come from. I think Pretoria, Soshanguve, we have so much to share with the world.
Yeah, Pitor.
Yeah, and I always felt like the world didn't see enough of it.
Sure, yeah.
And I wanted to raise my hand high and say, guys, everything, and you know what, there's talent, and we're proud. Like, but Tobago Social, we're very proud of ourselves, and I feel like the world doesn't get to see enough of that. And I feel like young people in our communities really need role models. When I was younger, there were some people, but considering how things have changed, things are hard, I think there's no better time to have more role models coming up than now.
So there's a question aids on my WhatsApp.
Okay.
You know, when I said I'm gonna be talking Lebogang, WhatsApp went crazy. So we have Tiamo Mahlangu.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yo, but it's fine.
So Tiamo Mahlangu, may you please ask her what's her take on integrational gap between the 90s and 2000s? You know, is there a competition, and if there is, how can the narrative be changed? Because the 90s says 2000s are too forward. You know, whilst the 2000s feel that they've got nothing to be grateful about because liberation is their basic right. Hence, that's why they do the most unconventional things to break what seems to be normal in the society.
Okay, I'm a 90s baby.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
But I think there's something to be said that you can't judge someone's life experience.
Sure.
It's not fair, I think, for anybody to look at younger people and saying, oh no, you're too forward, you're too different.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. We just came from Youth Month.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
June, and when people were saying Happy Youth Day to me, I was just like, don't say that. There's nothing happy about it. Look at the state of our country right now. Look at the youth, like the unemployment rate. Things are so bad. But looking at history, where did change come from? It came from the youth that was unconventional, radical, too different. So I don't think it's fair for anybody who might be older to look at a young person and say, oh, you're too different, you're too wild. Or just share what you have with them and hope that they're able to integrate it. Maybe that's the integration we need. How can they learn from us and use it with what they already have to make this country better?
Powerful. So, Lebogang Mahlangu, Miss South Africa Finalist 2022. How does that title feel? How you or about what is your feeling inside?
It feels unreal.
Yeah.
It feels unreal because when you work as hard as I have worked, or as hard as girls work when you're preparing for something like this, everything that gets you a little bit closer towards the dream, towards the goal, feels magnificent. And if anybody knows anything about Miss South Africa or me, you'll know that I did compete already in 2020 rather, and I made the top 5. So I was very close, but not there. So this journey, obviously, there's a little bit of tension or pressure that I'm putting on myself to do better than I did the last time. Yeah.
Lebogang, maybe I'm not so much into this. Finalist again, finalist. The final. The final meaning you are very, 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 very close. Was that a fella just one thing? Yes.
One night. Yes, one night. The finale is on the 13th of August.
Yes.
At Times Square in Mainland, Mopitori. And that's where we find out who the Miss South Africa 2022 is going to be.
How do we as a community make you Miss South Africa 2022?
Okay, actually this year is really special. Hey, really special, because people get to vote someone. Whoever gets public favorite from votes automatically makes it into the top 5.
We repeat it.
So,
yes,
you guys can vote for me, obviously, to get closer and closer to the crown. But whoever gets public favorite, the most votes from the country automatically makes it into the top 5.
Okay. All right, I see. So where do we vote? What do? We want to support you. Want to be fully behind you. I mean, so we
have to bring
support
it home,
you.
guys.
Yes,
like
we have
in
to.
main lane and then they take it back. No way. Okay, so you guys can vote for me on the Miss South Africa app. You know, you go into your app store and you download the app, and you can vote for me, or you can go on the Miss South Africa website, and you also have options to vote from there. 13th of August.
Okay, so if I may ask, ne ke di bone fela ka di glimpsenyana fela mo TV. Hona le audience ka mo
Hona le audience, guys, please
re tsena byang.
buy tickets.
Re tsena byang.
There's tickets. You can also get them on the Miss South Africa app or website. Obviously, there's different tickets. You can find which one you want and where you want to sit. Guys, get it 13. It's around the corner. Let's make a plan. Let's be there.
Please, ara support ngwana bo rena ba guys. So there's probably someone kala di join, you know, kala wina bo di miss Garankuwa, bo miss Miss Sosha, miss that, and you know, it's not also easy for her or him, you know, to be and molohoro if it's all for thing. I want you to encourage this person.
Okay, my biggest thing is that there's nothing that's a better driver or better fuel than purpose. Know your why.
Yeah.
If you're clear on why you're doing something, there's no such thing as failure. And you really need to be flexible about how you achieve what you set out to achieve. Right?
Yeah.
Be clear on your why and keep going, because that is what is going to drive you. The chances are, if you're doing pageantry, you have a cause. What's your cause? Is your cause to encourage people to stay in school? Is it to help, you know, fight domestic violence or people who are using drugs to be against that? What is your why? And once you've identified that, you can find many different ways to address those issues as opposed to limiting yourself to pageantry if it's not working. But if you want to keep going, guys, it's hard work. It's hard work. You don't wake up one day and everything is perfect and you can just do it. And I know some people say talent, you know, is mostly work. It's mostly hard work. You need to refine that craft.
So your socials, where do we find you on social media? We want to follow you, we want to be in touch, keep up. What's up there?
Okay, it's really easy. You guys can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and a bit of Twitter.
A bit.
Hey guys, Twitter's dangerous. And on all those socials, I'm just Lebogang Mahlangu. If you look up Lebogang Mahlangu, you'll find me.
All right. So, what is your final message? Let's depart from this interview. What is your final message to the listeners at large? You can go in again to vote. You can go in again. Anything that you want to say to our listeners.
I think the one thing that I want people to remember about me is the word purpose.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very important. And my one is to basically encourage social cohesion, which is the idea that each and every one of us have a gift or a talent or some sort of resource that we can use towards building the young people in our communities or our communities. So start where you are with whatever you have, and let's all make a change, guys. Let's build our country.
Yes. So we got a message here on WhatsApp from Papa Naledi, my daughter, and we wish you success into the top 5 to top 3 and finals and to the crown of Miss SA 2022. Support via prayers and votes. This is Bishop Papa Naledi Kakoma Bopan.
Oh, thank you so much, Galabo.
We wish you nothing but the very best. It's not gonna be easy, this and that, but we know you got this. I mean, Pitori man, so yeah, you know, go out there and shine, and you know, put Pitori maybe.
Let's put it on the map. Let's make it shine.
Let's do that. So I'm joining in studio. Hello, you just missed our interview by the beautiful Miss South Africa finalist Lebogang Mahlangu ya ke bona batho ba bu TV bao rona di go re nna mo miking ho sa bana le motho a re bonang re no rutlwa fela. So yeah, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence, and we will support you like Papa Naledi and others are saying.
Thank you so much.
Tsamaya shapa kere.
All right.
Tena mogaetso metsotso fela ka nnang masomabedi le borataro go tswa jalo ka kureng eno ya bone gora go bolokegile Garankuwa FM. It's where you at
Garankuwa FM re aga setšhaba.